Yo, what's good, ladies and gentle bitches? Welcome back to the channel, episode 14 of the Real Madrid career mode. And this one right here, I mean, like I said, if you missed the last episode, make sure you go ahead and check that out. You know, catch up as much as you can and come back and watch this one. Remember, I told you in the last episode, before we even get started, go ahead and leave your like at the door. Make sure you brush your shoes off and don't bring that dirt in. You know, do that. Leave your like at the door and come sit down and let's watch this excellence. But like I said, in last episode, you will see that we have a big month of football coming up on all fronts. Copa del Rey, Champions League, it's all going down. And this episode is the beginning. It's the, sorry, my bad. How could I? It's the beginning. This is the beginning of all that greatness. We're playing against Barcelona. We got the Copa del Rey coming up right now. Second leg, obviously the first game ended 0-0. Both sides came out. It's what you would expect. It's El Clasico. It's intense. It's, you know, I mean, playing against Barcelona, I'm really loving. I've already said time and time again, but I'm really loving just the settings and the slides. I'm really enjoying playing this game, and what I really like as well is that that balance seems to be right. Like, I play against the lower rated sides, and more time, you know, I can sweep them aside. You know, more time. It's relatively easy. You come against Barcelona and it is a real challenge. Barcelona give me a tough time. All the top teams, since I've played Barcelona, I've played Sevilla, I've played Atletico, I've played you know, Real Sociedad, and they've all been really tough games. I mean, who else? Who did we play in the Champions League earlier in the season? Inter Milan. You know, that tough games. The tough games, the games that should be tough, are tough, and I'm enjoying that. But into the action, we took an early lead against Barcelona in this one as Musa Vage trying to put his arm over Vinicius like we're boys. Vinicius said, "Hey, we are not friends. This is my boat." That's what he said. Coming on, Vinicius he was hot. He was ready for this game. You see him getting into a little bit of space, firing a shot off, and this, you can see the difference already as we're welcoming Barcelona to the Bernabeu this time. We're not playing at the new camp, and we were bringing it to them chance after chance. David Alaba getting a shot off on goal this time, trying to force a save out of the keeper, but unfortunately on his weaker foot, you see what happens right there. You see what happens. Wasn't good enough. That shot was so bad. I'm thinking, was it on manual? It wasn't. It wasn't on manual. It was on assisted. Just a bad shot. Big chance again, and you again. Like, how much? I'm at the point where I want to stop talking about Courtois, but I just can't. I can't, because look at saves like that are so big. Saves like that, I mean, such importance on that save. I could speak about that save all day. I can't really encapsulate how important that save is and how big it is. You saw they cut me open and he was just able to get a massive hand to it. And Barcelona were taking their opportunity to put some pressure on us in this one. And you see right there, Kaglar Sionchu having to make a important header. I mean, the form Courtois is on, he probably would have got an arm to it, and if not an arm, he would have, you know, got one of them phantom arms to it and kept it out the back of the net. But Barcelona came forward again, and they hit the crossbar right before halftime as a little warning sign for the second half. They're saying, hey, we're still here. We're still here. And Barcelona in this game, it's crazy. They're really out here playing all the years previously on FIFA. They've just not really been the challenge they should be. And then finally, when Barcelona fall off the grid and they're just not a good team anymore, they turn up on FIFA and just dominate. And we were able to really just put cold water over their fire early in the second half. As we got, I mean, Benzema got 2 bites of the cherry, but I mean, if it's a cupcake, then 2 bites is all you really need, right? If you're talking about one of them bakewell tarts, you know, the Mr. Kipling's, you could have that. You could have that down in 2 bites. That's all it really needs. 2 bites of the cherry is more than enough. And a good save from the keeper at first, but Karim Benzema was able to tuck it away from a tight angle, and thank God that it fell to like that in a home game where I have assisted settings, and you know, we could tuck that away. I probably would have missed on manual, I'm not gonna lie, but we came forward again. Another save forced out of the Barcelona keeper. And time, I mean, we really were putting it on Barcelona in this game. They were still very dangerous, of course, but we were putting it on. Brilliant ball whipped in, and it was eventually cleared out right there by Barcelona. But 90 minutes in, time was of the essence. Barcelona just didn't have enough left, and we were able to walk out 2-0 winners brilliant, right? I mean, over 2 legs to concede 0 goals against Barcelona, I will take that anytime. Anytime. Like, the amount of games I've played against Barcelona already this season, I think I've got a fair understanding of the challenge that it is facing Barcelona, and they're tough, man. Barcelona are tough. They're on ultimate difficulty. They're tough, man. They again, like I said in one of the other games we played against them, it just literally can't get close to them when they've got the ball, and they are very, very difficult. And we have to worry about them coming up again real soon in the league in what honestly for me is an even more important match, because I mean I find, like I've said before, I care about the domestic cups, I care about Copa del Rey, but obviously La Liga is of more importance. But we had another big game. No rest for the wicked, you know, no time to, you know, relax and get our heads back. We had to get back into action. Playing against Real Sociedad, big game. We had Marcelo starting at left back, coming in and captaining the side. We had a front three of Asensio, Jovic, and Rodrigo. So obviously with a lot of fixtures coming around, a lot of big games, we had to rotate. We just come out of an El Clasico against Barcelona, and then we had to go into a game against Real Sociedad, and we can't, you know, we had to mix it up. Real Sociedad did field a really strong side, though. You just look at that midfield: Ilya Mendy, David Silva, and Mikel Merino. They have a front three of a Yazabal, Izak, and Porto. I mean, Porto is kind of whatever, but the other two, I mean, it's a strong side from Real Sociedad. And I'll tell you from right now, we had a tough time in this game. We had a tough time against Real Sociedad because their tails were up. Their tails were up for once in this one, and we really early on, I knew that I was gonna have to rely a little bit on Thibaut Courtois, but we made a good save right there. We came forward trying to create our own opportunities as Marco Asensio. I mean, that's the bonus of playing Asensio on the left-hand side. I mean, it's all fun and games to cut in on the left, but when you could get a yard of space and just smash it across the face of the goal, it's lovely. But here it goes again. Real Sociedad came forward, and yo, I feel like this career mode must be in some sort of alternate universe, some multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange shit, where Eddie Militao must have been some world-class goalkeeper, because this man is forever handling the ball. I feel like we've had many handballs given against us in this save, and I feel like there's only one that wasn't Militao. The Dani Carvajal one against, I think it wasn't Inter Milan. I can't remember who it was against. It probably was Inter Milan. But yeah, Dani Carvajal is and all the rest are Militao. It must be. We must have the wrong Militao. He's come from another universe and he wants to be a keeper. He just wants to hold the ball. Pause. But no, we were unable to stop the penalty from going in. Mikel, listen to my Spanish. Mikel Ayafabal. Ayafabal. I don't have much to say about this goal. We got packed out, man. We got packed. It was different. It was absolutely different, bro. They're just running through. Bro, they packed us. It is what it is. Isaiah Mendy from range. I mean, Thibaut Courtois is good, but that shot right there was better. They say good offense beats a good defense, and I think this is what they meant. He took one touch, bang. That's all he needed. He literally took one touch to set himself. There's no one near him. I couldn't stop it. And honestly, I just had to hold that one, because this is what I was talking about keepers diving so far off of their lines. Was so weird. He probably wouldn't have saved it, but you know, I'm clutching the straws, so I'm blaming that. You know, still a whole half of football to play though, so we were still in this game. Beautiful footwork from Pedro Neto. Absolutely sent the man back to Timbuktu. Like, that's the motive. Those are the ones where you wake up in an alternate universe. Where am I? And then Doctor Strange comes out. You were sent to this alternate universe by an amazing piece of footwork. you got sent to the MCU. That's tough. Origin story. I'm a right back. Got sent. But we got packed. Again, that's my origin story. Packed. I might just name this episode Packed. Y'all won't know what I'm talking about unless you're from the streets of London. Packed. We got packed out. Again, they're really just running through their lineup of dangerous players and being like, yeah, let me show you what I can do. Mikel Merino stepped up this time, and Thibaut Courtois, packed. And we were 3-0 down, and we were just struggling. 89 minutes in, the game was long gone at this point. It was really our most embarrassing defeat of the series so far, and it was going to get a little bit more embarrassing as they made it 4. And we really, really got beat up in this game. And yeah, Mikhail Oyafobal got himself the man of the match. 86 overall. I really wouldn't mind signing a yacht. Usually I have a thing of I'm not gonna sign players that I've signed in other saves, you know, because there's just a whole world of players out there to use, right? But I mean, I really do like, he's one of my favorite players in world football right now, honestly, to actually watch. So you know, I might, you know, it's an option. We got a lot of young wingers though, so it really doesn't matter. But this time of the year, like I said, I want to show you guys more, you know, especially let you guys keep up with what's going on in other leagues. So with us coming up against Manchester United, it's only fitting to show you how they're doing in the league. They are flying in England. They're having a good arse season. And second leg of the Champions League, round of 16. This time we welcome Manchester United to our home ground, and we're going to show them around. Again, another quick turnaround between games. No time to lick your wounds. You can't sit at home and, you know, I don't know what you would do if you're upset, you know, watch The Office or something. I don't know. What the Spanish people watch? Money Heist. You got to lick your wounds and watch Money Heist. You know, we got to get back up and get back onto the field. Strong side that we fielded out today. Obviously, no Ferland Mendy. So Alaba plays at left back and Soyuncu comes in. And we have wide players, Vinicius and Neto on either side. Neto obviously probably going to get a lot more game time now that Eden Hazard is out. And he's been on some really good form. Even in that game against Real Sociedad, he was our shining light in this game. He was the one player. You saw the skills, the footwork down the left-hand side. Didn't lead to anything, but he was the one player in that game who looked like he could make something happen during the time he was on the pitch. But now, Manchester United again, very similar lineup. If not, I think the only change is Donny van der Beek in for Scott McTominay. So very similar size to the ones that came out and played in the first leg. And it's a massive game here in the Champions League between these two sides. This one decides it all. Obviously 1-1 coming into the second leg. And Manchester United, as they did in the first leg, came out and they were the ones to apply pressure. And again, I mean, honestly, when I have Courtois between the sticks, I'm happy to let the opposition have a certain amount of possession, just because we can hit them on the counter-attack. And we were able to do that right here as Modric won the ball back. Played it into Neto, who goes around Wan-Bissaka like he's not even there. Slides it into Karim Benzema, who finds the back of the net. Puts us in front as we take the lead 27 minutes in. Massive goal as the Bernabeu erupts. And it looks like we have taken the first step into the quarterfinal. We had to bounce back. We have to bounce back in this game to avoid, for the first time in the series, losing 2 games in a row. And Manchester United, we know they're still dangerous, so it was crucial, and that's the difference. And again, I talk about the settings, and I don't want to talk about the settings forever, but that's the difference. I might not have tucked that away in the away games, but playing at home brings a level of confidence when I'm in those situations that I'm gonna find the back of the net. You come to my ground and give me chances. I just feel like I love it. The amount of confidence I have playing at home against playing away, it feels so different, and I'm loving it. But Manchester United came forward, got in behind, and again, and again, and again, and again. The second best player of all time, the second best player of all time is denied by Thibaut Courtois. Big old hand, silverback hand. That's one of them hands that you carry around in the baseball games. I'm number one. Big hand. But again, 33 minutes in, we got a chance to break on Manchester United, and Pedro Neto found the back of the net, doubled our lead 35 minutes in, gets another goal as a Madrista, and we're 2-0 up at the Bernabeu. Manchester United, this is not what you want. In a game like this, that matters so much, that hangs so tightly in the balance, you don't want to be 2-0 down at half-time. You don't want to be 2-0 down at half-time, man. You already feel like you've lost at half-time. You want to let these games be tight for as long as possible. Unless you're on the other side. Look, when I went 2-0 up, I was happy. I'm happy, but I know Man United weren't happy. Unless you're on the winning side, you want these games to be as tight as possible. for as long as possible. But Manchester United obviously still had a chance. We had a chance to make it 3 though, however, as it luckily fell to Benzema, who found Vinicius, cuts inside, pulls it back to Benzema, and David De Gea this time is the one making a fantastic save with his leg right there. Brilliant save from the Spaniard, who honestly in real life is back to top form. I'm enjoying watching David De Gea again. He's looking like one of the best keepers in the world again. That prime David De Gea is different though. That prime De Gea, oh, that's different. But Manchester United knew 63 minutes gone on the clock. They knew at this point, if they were going to get back into the game, they needed something soon. Just over 20 minutes of regular time. They're coming forward down the left-hand side, trying to make something happen. They find space inside the box, and again, Thibaut Courtois saves the day. Oh man, talk about Edinson Cavani as well. I'm actually like, I was actually thinking of it. I was watching, what was the game where Cavani, it was Man United against Tottenham, when they wrapped Tottenham, yeah. Watching Man United against Tottenham and just watching Cavani play, and there's certain players, obviously I've been feeling it with Luka Modric, there's certain players that it's kind of just upsetting to think that at some point they're going to retire and you're just never going to see them play again, right? And I was just thinking that about Cavani the other day. He's one of the players I just don't think gets enough credit. Like, obviously, everybody knows that he's a world-class striker, but the amount of goals he scored throughout his career, so consistent, so hard-working as well. The attitude, and honestly, he's one of them players, and this is what I love about doing a Real Madrid career mode, because usually, obviously, I'm doing lower league, well, not lower league, I'm doing teams that are struggling more, and I don't usually get a chance to use the better players. That's what I love about this one. Like I say, I'm getting to use players like Luka Modric, and I'm just loving it. And players like Cavani, like, I don't really get to use players like that, and it's kind of annoying. Like, he's one of them players that you're not really gonna sign, right? Because he's like 34. You'll get like a year out of him at best, maybe. And unless I'm gonna do a Man United career, I'm not really gonna get a chance to use him. And honestly, I don't know. I thought I would just mention it kind of upset me, to be honest. Like, I want to use Edinson Cavani. Like, I just remember his time at Napoli. Cavani, Lavezzi, Callejon. No, Callejon. Was Callejon there at that? I don't think Callejon was there at that point. And Hamsik. Oh. Wow, that was my team in like PES 2009. I think, was it that far back? It might not have been. I can't remember now, but yeah, Edinson Cavani. Shout out Edinson Cavani, man. True baller. And again, just one of them players who, when they retire, it's gonna suck, man. Obviously, there's always new players coming through, right? Like, but yeah, kind of sucks to not be able to, you won't be able to watch these players play again. Which is why for the last few years, I've made it an absolute almost rule. Like, I watch as much Barcelona as I can. Or could while he was there, because I just want to, like, we're literally living in the era of greatness. And I want to be able to, like, I'm living through this generation. I got to be able to say that I watched these games. Like, Messi can't be around doing all this madness and I'm not watching. Why are you not watching? Nah, I'm just not watching. That's crazy, right? That is crazy. Why didn't you watch? When I tell my grandkids about Messi, you saw Messi, granddad? Nah, I wasn't watching. What? Why? Nah, I just wasn't watching. I just wasn't watching. I was watching. Who was I watching in the Premier League? Because the Premier League is just the best league of all time, according to everybody. Well, it's the best league. I ain't denying it's the best league in the world. But the way people act like it's just head and shoulders above everywhere else. If you don't play in the Premier League, you trash. Because the defenders you're playing against, they got one leg. Yeah, crazy, man. But yeah, man, some great players, and I make it a thing. I gotta watch Messi at any opportunity I can. But yeah, shout out to Cavani. That's all I wanted to say. But big game we had here. Another one continuously saying, because we want to bounce back. It's massive that we bounce back against Mallorca here today, against from the big loss against Real Sociedad. But as you can see, we're 75 minutes into this game and not a whole lot had happened. And honestly, that's something that happens a lot in these away games, because like I said again, it's hard enough to create chances with these with the settings on manual. It's hard enough to create chances sometimes. And then when you do get a chance, even if it's just a glimpse at goal, it's hard enough to put it in the back of the net. But 82 minutes in, it was a dagger to the soul right there. as Battaglia fired in from outside the box. Courtois was beaten again. It takes a fantastic effort to beat Thibaut Courtois, and that's exactly what Battaglia pulled out from his right boot right there. It was laid off to him nice. He took a touch and fired it into the corner, and we were down again against Mallorca. Well, not again against Mallorca, but for 2 games in a row, we found ourselves down, heading towards a defeat, and it was just tough sailing as we had a chance here to try and pull ourselves back into it. It's a lovely played through ball down to the left-hand side. Marco Asensio takes the shot, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's hard enough to get myself into that position, but to then miss the target that way, and time was running out. We were able to win the ball back. Luka Jovic finds Pedro Neto in behind. 92 minutes over the allotted time of extra time. A chance for us to rescue a point, and Pedro Neto does exactly that. And whilst it's not a win, it ain't 3 points. A point is better than anything, especially to avoid losing 2 league games in a row for the first time in the series. A massive goal from the Portuguese man, and he's going from strength to strength since signing from Wolves. A few of you got a couple comments. Y'all seem happy with the signing. I'm happy that you're happy because I'm happy with the signing. I'm happy with the signing. That's what I love about doing these saves. That's what I love about the audience that I attract. I seem to attract viewers that just it's beautiful. The viewers that I attract just seem to be into the shit that I'm into. Y'all seem to love the way that I play the game, and it's beautiful because I don't want to have to be. A lot of the YouTubers who do these career modes, they seem to do their career modes in a way that they think people will like, right? I'm gonna sign this player because everybody will like that. You know, I'm gonna do this because everybody will like that, and it's like it kills it, right? And I guess that's why everybody ends up signing the same players and doing the same stuff. And it's like, if you really just, and this is, I guess, for anybody who wants to make content, just make the content you want to make. There's an audience out there for it, right? I mean, obviously, I've been doing this for a while now. It's taken a long time, right? But it will get there. If it's gonna get there, it's gonna get there, right? If you just make the content that you enjoy, you'll find people who enjoy the content that you make, and then it's just even better. You ain't gotta worry about pleasing people who you ain't gonna please, right? Because if I had people coming over to my videos who want all this audacious stuff, they want me to do a Watford career mode and sign Mbappe season 1, like, you know, I wouldn't be able to please those people because that's not what I'm doing. But that's just a shout out to the viewers, I guess. Shout out to everybody who enjoys these career modes because I'm enjoying making it. I'm doing my thing. Y'all enjoying it. And that's that. But we get a look at the table at the end of the episode, and all of a sudden we are just 1 point ahead of Barcelona at the top of the league. And just look at how everybody else, I mean, we dropped points. Everybody else said, nah, we don't drop things. They said secure hands. We don't drop nothing around here. Because they all, look, from all the way down to 4th, even if you want to include 5th. I mean, 5th, I saw Sevilla a little bit off, but down to Atletico Madrid, it's all so close. Just 4 points between us and 4th place all of a sudden. Because this episode, I mean, obviously a loss and a draw. Just, man, we're right back into it. At least we are through in the Champions League. We could say that much. We got that job done, and we're still top of the league at least, right? We're top of the league, so we're still leading the pack. We're still in charge of our own destiny. We still have some tough games coming up, of course. But, you know, we're Real Madrid. We have to bounce back in the next episode. Join us tomorrow to make sure you see our bounce back, because I'm telling you, we're going to bounce back. We're Los Blancos. Hala Madrid. I'm out. Peace.